Hi friends, Kim Skinner here with Cat Scrappiness, and I have a shaker card for you today that could be used for a birthday or any celebration. And I'm starting with the beautiful rainbow confetti paper, and I feel like I'm still gravitating toward the reds, but I wanted to make something in pastels, so I'm going to go with the blue color. And I've got these Slimline film strip dies that I love. I love that it is a package of two. You get the film strip with 4 windows and the film strip with 3 windows. You can use them vertically or horizontally. I really like these. I think they're super fun. And I'm going to use the one with 3 windows. And I also pulled out the new birthday essential set. I just love that cake. I love the balloons. I love the party hats. There's candles. There's just so much good stuff on there. I just can't wait to use it. I'm also playing with the Say It With Hearts because I wanted to use Happy Day. And I decided that I want to make a celebration card that could be used for any celebration. And that way I can have it and put, like when I go to use it, I can put the very specific happy birthday or happy, whatever the celebration is about. So I did go ahead and die cut that film strip piece out of black. I cut down that rainbow confetti paper to 3 1/4 by 8 1/4, and then my card base is 7 by 8 1/2, and I scored and folded it at 3 1/2. So I also went ahead and die cut some of the bits in the birthday essentials kit in a variety of colors, and now I'm just going to build my card. And I definitely want to make a shaker card. And I love these glue tubes, by the way. I don't know if I've said this in videos before, but I really like them. So I'm adding my acetate to the back of that film strip piece with some of my liquid adhesive. And then I'm using some double-sided tape. And this is 1/8 inch tape. I felt like that fit the best and didn't cover up the little windows at the side of the film strip. And when you're making shaker cards, you definitely want to make sure you get your foam pieces down so that they fit together perfectly at the corners. You don't want there to be any gaps because your sprinkles will actually come out those gaps. So that's one thing you want to be really careful about. So I'm actually doing that very carefully here and making sure I'm filling all the gaps. I remember the first couple times I actually made a shaker card, I wasn't careful enough about that, and I put it all together and then my sprinkles leaked out. So you do definitely want to be careful. Now I'm choosing to put my adhesive between those individual windows so that when I put my shaker bits in, they'll show up in all 3 windows. They won't all fall to the bottom of the card. So I wanted the shakers to be kind of evenly distributed in all the different windows. So I'm peeling off the backing to my adhesive here, and you saw that I used my embossing tool on the acetate. Acetate can sometimes have a lot of static electricity, so I use my embossing tool to get rid of that. So I've got these cute Candyland sprinkles. I've got these really beautiful berry lemonade sprinkles, and then I have some 3mm clear drops. And I decided to go ahead and use those berry lemonade sprinkles because I love the pop of pink in them, and they've got the blue and the yellow and also the clear drops, and they've got these really sweet yellow lemon slices, which I think are fantastic. And what's a celebration without a beverage that has lemon slices, right? I also love always having the clear drops. And here you can see all the goodies in that mix. And again, that's called berry lemonade. And that is my my little embellishment holder and my embellishment spoon. And I keep my embellishments in the embellishment organizer from Cat Scrappiness. I really love this thing. It holds a lot of embellishments, and you can see through the tops of those to actually see what embellishments are in there without pulling them out. So I'm putting my backing piece right down on that foam adhesive, and the shaker card is done. I never used to like shaker cards, but with the Cat Scrappiness dies, those frame dies and the cover dies that she has, it makes it so easy to turn an ordinary birthday card into a shaker card. And I think that any celebration, the card is way more fun if it's a shaker card. And, you know, the recipient's going to get it and they're going to shake it around, and that's just fun. So I haven't decided whether I want to go vertical or horizontal. And I decided to go horizontal, and I don't know if you see the mistake I just made there. But you'll see it in a minute because I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix it. So I'm just placing my items, and for the hats, I just put the hat, once I got it die cut, down on white paper, and I just sort of cut around the hat so I could back the hat with the white paper. And the balloons, I cut out extra white pieces. I really love the balloon highlights, and I like my highlights to be white. So I use the white piece and I flip it over and attach the colorful piece to the back side of the white balloon. See, I just flip that over just so the highlight pieces don't line up, because I save the little highlight bits when I cut the white pieces, and those are going to be placed right back into the opening, so I have the nice highlight bits the same level as the balloon itself. And I'm going to do something similar with the hats. I'm gluing those down to the white backing pieces that I created, and then for the blue hat I'm going to put the yellow pieces in, the yellow polka dot pieces in, and for the yellow hat I'll put the blue ones in. And you could make it super colorful if you cut out a whole bunch of these party hats. And there's another party hat with stripes in it. You can do the same thing. So I'm just adding glue to those polka dots, and now I'm putting the cut out ones right back in. There are two different sizes. There are smaller ones and larger ones, so you just want to make sure you get those into the right spot. I love these reverse tweezers for doing stuff like this. I love inlaid die cutting. That's what this technique is called, or at least that's what I call it. And I really love doing inlaid die cutting. I think it's just such a pretty technique, and it just takes your cards to the next level. So I really like that. So now I'm putting the blue bits into the yellow hat, and I think it looks really sweet. Now this set did come with an extra polka dot die, so you could make some dies in different colors just by die cutting them out of other papers. This is a perfect use for your scraps too. Sets like this, the parts are all little, so you can use up your scraps with these. The set came with a little pom-pom die, like set of 2 dies connected together, and I left them connected together and just cut out some pom-poms in white. I cut out my cake base in white, and I cut out the frosting in blue, and I'll glue those bits on. And again, I'll use my reverse tweezers to hold it, and I'm just adding a few drops of glue around there and just putting that on. So this is really pretty. Now, if you want to add more dimension to your cake, you can pull out a gray alcohol marker and just add some shadows to your cake and stuff. But I feel like these dies are so cleverly designed that I don't need to do that. I could if I wanted to, but I don't need to. Like, it looks so pretty just with your cardstock. Like, you could really avoid doing any stamping at all just by putting beautiful colors of cardstock together. I am going to do a little bit of stamping because I do want to stamp my sentiment, although there are several birthday word dies that Cat Scrappiness just came out with this month that are fabulous, that would work with this perfectly, but I'm not sure I'm going to use this as a birthday card. There are lots of celebrations I think this card would be perfect for throughout the year, and I like to have some general celebration cards in my stash. So I did save the bit of that rainbow confetti paper that I cut down, and I decided that I wanted to use it for stamping my sentiment. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stamped out. So I went ahead and just stamped it in black ink, and I did it on the blue confetti end, and I'm cutting that at a little angle, and I have a nice sentiment that works for lots of celebrations. And or just if I want to send somebody a general "have a wonderful day" card, celebrate today, something like that. I'm just adding that with liquid glue. You could put a little foam behind that if you wanted to. I kind of wanted it to be in that center window, and of course the fun is in shaking it. And if you didn't notice my mistake, I put the fold of my card at the bottom. So when I put my decorations on, I didn't pay attention to where my fold was. So I actually did this upside down. So I'm going to fix this, and this is a pretty easy fix. And before I fix it, I decided I would go ahead and add some enamel dots. I really loved the pink in the sprinkle mix, and I decided that the card needed just a little bit more pink. So I added some enamel dots to the pom-poms on the hats. I'm putting a couple around the sentiment, and I'm going to add some to my cake as well. And on here I just put one enamel dot near the cake, but later, after finishing the video, before I took my photos, I went ahead and added 2 more enamel dots, one to the first layer of the cake and one to the second. I just really wanted a touch more pink. So to fix my mistake, I'm actually cutting out another card base, and I am scoring it again. This is cut at 7 by 8.5. I'm scoring it at 3/2. So my finished card is 3/2 by 8.5 inches. 3.5 by 8.5 inches. So now I'm just going to cut that back part off, and I start to put it in my trimmer, but I decided I'll just carefully use my very long Tim Holtz shears and just cut all the way down the fold. So the fold is gone, and I've got a nice edge on the card there. And I'm going to go ahead and just add my glue, and I'm checking this time, where's my fold? So that's an easy fix. It'll just look like I have a white panel on top. I'm going to put all the links to these products below. Thank you so much for watching, friends. Make sure you subscribe to the Cat Scrappiness channel, and I would love it if you give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.